Morning, everyone. It's Mark Leibovit from Leibovit VR Newsletters, vrtrader.com for Monday, September 21st. Welcome to Metastock for a tutorial here this Monday morning. The Leibovit Volume Reversal Toolkit is available on a free trial here at Metastock. There are three versions of the volume reversal indicator shown. We use the sequential version on these videos, which post all the positive and negative volume reversals. There are two other versions, the directional, which filters out repetitive volume reversals and provides a stop, and the 2-day version, which is based on the premise that following a positive and negative volume reversal, you tend to get movement in the direction of that volume reversal for a couple of trading days. There is a 1-month free trial available, so I would take advantage of it. I've been using the indicator 35 years, and it's the main tool I use for short-term trading, and it would be a great complement to anything that you might be using at present. Might even replace it, and that's, as you can see from my charts here, as an example, we're looking at Freeport McMoran this morning. What do I have on the screen? Well, I've got a blue 50-day moving average, I've got a 200-day green moving average up here, I've got a 533 stochastic and some volume bars, and that's pretty much my chart. Now, the reason we have Freeport up is because it was a nice trade for us at vrtrader.com, and you can see here a series of positive volume reversals, many of which were accompanied by a rising 533 stochastic, which I like to use. The trigger for the move started back here on late August when a story came out that Carl Icahn, as you know, was an activist in the market, announced that he had taken a position in the company. That makes a lot of sense when you think how much the stock is down. I think, I'm trying to think of the exact amount, I think it must have been 88 million shares or some numbers like that was what he had indicated at the time. So let's look at the big picture on this thing, just to get a perspective why someone who of that ilk, who's considered pretty smart in the market, might have done something like this. Stock topped out way back here, January 31st, 2011, and it's way up there in the 60s, okay? So the exact number is 60.94. So we got all the way down to $7 and change here last 3 or 4 weeks, $7.76. I'm looking at the monthly chart. It's interesting because you can see how even on a monthly basis these negative volume reversals sort of confirm the downtrend all along here for the last couple of years. So the VR can be used in all different time frames. I've discussed this in other webinars before. On the weekly chart, we generated a nice positive VR with a rising stochastic, so we don't know if this is the beginning of a multi-week move or not, but considering an activist involved and considering how cheap the stock is and how everybody's so negative on the natural resources, perhaps it could be something developing. Our trade, however, was based on the daily chart, which I showed you a moment ago. A series of positive volume reversals. I like the fact it did ultimately cross above that 50-day moving average. Now, we sold on Friday. We took about 2.5 point profit. I think we got in around $8.50 or so based on these other VRs at vrtrader.com. But this negative VR formed on Friday. It was tied, I believe, to the announcement that they're going to raise about $1 billion to the share sale of securities. So the market doesn't like that because obviously it's dilution. We don't like to fight the tape. Regardless of the news story, you could say, well, it was positive here because of Carl Icahn and negative now because of the selling of shares. But in any event, there was a negative VR, so we exited the position. I'm going to watch it. I still think the stock has potential to get up to the high teens, and hopefully we'll generate another positive VR here in the next several days, which will give us some inclination to jump back in. Obviously, I like to see this 533 stochastic also turn up at that time. So right now we're out. You could be short in theory using a stop from the high. That's around 1166. I guess you could be short if you like to be. That's a pure play using my theory. It's just that I'm not that comfortable shorting a stock that is down from $60 a share to 7.5 that bounced up to 11.5. I don't really see how much I'm going to make on the downside here. Make a half a point, a point. Am I going to make a couple points? I don't know if I can make that much. So risk reward for me is wait for a positive VR and look to get long the stock. So that's where we're at with Freeport. So I appreciate you checking in there. If you'd like more information, here at Leibovit VR Newsletters, we do have a series of products, as you know, our VR Silver, which is our daily market commentary, our Platinum, which is that plus our specific recommendations like the Freeport. We have our Leibovit VR Gold Letter, which covers natural resources, our annual forecast model, which is called the VR Forecaster, put out once a year, cyclical forecast for the major markets, our new Vice Letter, which covers cannabis, gaming, alcohol, and so forth. A lot of goodies in there, and it's a new product we launched in the past year. Don't forget about my book, The Trader's Book of Volume, Definitive Guide to Volume Trading. It's also available in Chinese. And also, I have a new radio show for the last 3 or 4 months called Wall Street Raw Radio. You might want to tune in at gcnlive.com. That's George, Charlie, Nancy, live, live.com. It broadcasts live Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. It's Wall Street Raw Radio. We're trying to pick up some affiliate stations. We're starting in that process, but it is on the internet, and that's the direction for most of financial broadcasting going forward anyway. So very optimistic about Wall Street Raw Radio. So again, here at Metastock, a 1-month free trial is available. I encourage you to sign up and try the volume reversal toolkit. Have a pleasant day. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.